Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Buffs on Podcast. We are the best POD in the 313. We got a full house today. Not only do we have Gabe, Connie, Valley, and me, we got Mike back. Mike is back. He's going to deliver some crazy hot takes for us in the middle segment of today's show. But to start off, we got to talk about the most prominent Pistons news, and that is Malik Beasley has been cleared of federal investigation and is now able to sign with any NBA team. Uh, Over the last few months, actually, I believe it was the night before NBA free agency opened, it was reported that Malik Beasley had some gambling struggles and was under federal investigation. Clips were coming out of him rushing the ball down the court with very little time to go. So all of that's gone now. Malik Beasley can sign with any team. Now, this is unfortunate for Malik because he was unrightfully uh, money was taken from him. The Pistons were going to sign him to a reported 3-year, $42 million contract. But now, if the Pistons want to sign him, the most that they can do is basically a 1-year, $7.2 million contract. The contract could go up to about a 4-year, 30. If the Pistons want to go that route, or if the Pistons do want to get they do hold his non-bird rights. They could also sign him to a 1-year 7.2 now, and then extend that to about a 4-year, I believe it was $40 million contract. But we will have to wait and see. A few teams can offer him that 3-year 42 that he almost did acquire from the Pistons. Teams like Brooklyn, I believe. But other teams are out there. They're asking Malik if he wants to sign with them. He could sign a 1-year, $14.1 million contract with other teams like the Knicks. So a lot could happen for the Pistons. The Pistons do have one open roster spot left. It was reported that they were holding that spot for Malik Beasley. So we will have to wait and see what goes on with that. But I pass it over to Mike because he's first on my screen here. Mike, your thoughts on Malik Beasley being cleared to sign with NBA teams?
Well, one, um, I did hear yesterday that the Knicks are pursuing Malik Beasley.
They are.
I did see that. I wouldn't be shocked if he goes anywhere else. I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if he left the Pistons. But we have one more roster spot as of right now. We can definitely get him under a discount. I don't think he's gonna get. He's probably gonna just sign a 1-year deal now. Um, I'll be honest. I don't think he's gonna probably sign it with the Pistons. I've heard like a lot of teams that are interested in him, and he's probably gonna go sign like a hefty 1-year deal somewhere, like New York or Cleveland or um. I saw that he's like another contending Western Conference team that's interested in him. So I'm pretty
Well,
optimistic about that.
the Pistons can offer him what the 7.2 using the
Hmm.
non-bird rights for that 1 year. The
Yeah.
teams that can give him more money than us are Brooklyn, 15 million, Charlotte 14.1, Chicago 14.1, Indy 13.5, Miami 7.3, OKC 8.5, Sacramento 7.3, and Washington 14.1.
But
The
here's the thing, Connie.
But that would
He's a
take up their
gambling man.
entire mid-level exception, right? So those teams have to want to do that, and he has to want to do that. The only teams that I'm like, I guess I'd be kind of worried about there are honestly Charlotte and Chicago. Uh, Maybe Washington because they're kind of on there bringing their veterans in grind. But Amit, what did you say was the number for if we give him a longer deal?
4 years, 30, I believe. I will have to double check that though.
I mean, there is a chance, right? Like he has been labeled not a target, but he can still be implicated in wrongdoing, or be found in violation of NBA rules. Like it's not like he's fully off the hook. He's just not in like a federal investigation anymore. And all these things, I'm not for his sake, but for the Pistons' sake. Maybe want him to get a little bit some secure money, because 4 years, $30 million. Each of us would do that in a heartbeat, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but he's a gambling man.
I don't.
He can sign that 1 year. He's a gambling man.
I'll sign it again with Detroit. I mean, I think it would be his best case scenario to come back to Detroit and our best case scenario to get him back. And it kind of plays importantly into one of my hot takes that we need him back.
Yep, and the what I was saying is, so he could sign that 1 year 7.2, but if he does that, it would give him early bird rights, which would then allow him to sign a 4 year, $48 million contract at the end of it all. So we'll have to wait and see. Gabe, you're next on my screen. Your thoughts on the Malik Beasley case?
It is unfortunate how he's been kind of convicted before anything even happened. Bad timing. But I'm kind of glad at some point that it did happen the way it did because I think we did improve our team. The thing that, I would love him back. I don't know if he's willing to take a role where he's not just allowed to chuck every shot. He did his 1 year prove it, but he was because he was allowed to take literally anything he wanted. This year with more depth at the two, he's not going to play as much. He wouldn't be able to take as many shots. There'd be more to go around to Duncan and Levert. So I don't really think, unless he really likes this place, he does like the team. He likes the city, but we also know he likes money, as Mike said. I see him.
Everybody does.
I see him going probably to Charlotte, kind of like you mentioned, maybe a longer term deal with the Nets. I really think he's just going to get as much money as he can because who knows how many years he has left at his peak right now. So to lock in 3, 4 years of a lot of money, I think makes the most sense for him because people of his caliber, kind of these mid-level guys, are getting squeezed out of the payroll in the NBA. So if the money is there, especially with the financial situation he's in, he's going to need as much money as he can get. I think he posted, I think it was an Instagram story of him in his barber seat saying, "Which team should I go for?" So getting another haircut, that money's got to come from somewhere. Charlotte, I think, will not care about his past, evidently,
Yeah,
as some other
yeah.
players on their roster. So I think they would sign him no hesitation, and I think he'd actually be a good player for them. They need basketball players, Nets as well. Those are the types of teams where he can just take every shot once again and get paid to do so. So I think that's really what he's going to prioritize over winning a championship.
Yeah, the Nets could run four point guards and Malik Beasley, and they all just passed him.
Yeah.
Similar to what the Suns got going on over there.
I
But yeah, go ahead.
just Val, if you got some, go
Oh,
for it.
go ahead, go ahead.
I just want to say I think it's it's kind of bullshit how the feds handle it. Like they really screwed Malik Beasley. Like it's not like coincidence, I don't think, that this report that he's a target comes out the day before free agency opens up. And you have this man that could have gotten a deal and then you investigate him and then it's like his money is safe and he can do some stuff, but they really screwed him. And just to drop it a couple weeks later is I think absolute baloney and some real railroading of Malik Beasley uh that I guess was unjust and undeserved and I kind of really fucked up.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge question to see what Malik Beasley does, signing a 1 year six last year, taking a chance on himself, gambling on himself, if you will. And it paid off because he became one of the best 3 point shooter in Pistons history. Does he want a $1.2 million pay raise, signing that 1 year 7.2 that the Pistons can offer at the moment? Or is he going to go searching elsewhere for that big money contract? Valley, any thoughts on Malik Beasley?
I mean, I think you guys have been on the money. I think everything you guys have brought up is extremely valid. I wanted to piggyback off of what Connie said, or kind of just mention what Connie said, that kind of incredibly unjust in the end of it, looking back on it. He was kind of, removed from a $42 million contract. Literally the night before. I think that's an incredibly unfortunate timing, and I don't think that it's random that that is the timing. I think that is very difficult. He never really had the chance to prove innocence, right? Like it was just instantly assumed that he was guilty, and not only within Piston circles, within kind of basketball circles, and kind of within I think just popular media, popular culture. It was kind of instantly assumed Beasley's guilty. Kind of easy to assume. I don't want to say exactly track record off the court things in the past because I don't precisely know what has gone in with Bees in the past, but he does have a reputation. He's one thing I do know for sure. He was with Larsa Pippen, which all I've known is not a good thing. And obviously just has some off the court things. But I think it's really interesting from a basketball point of view, what he does and what the Pistons do. Obviously, from the Pistons' point of view, we have an open roster spot. We would love to bring Beasley back. But for Beasley, I don't really know why he would come back to this team other than for the love of the city and for the love of the players in this organization and the individuals within this organization, because he can get double money elsewhere, right? And he can take 14 threes a game elsewhere. Where here, we plan for him to not be here. As a result, we signed Duncan Robinson, who is the closest of a direct replacement you can get. We added Karis LeVert, who plays a similar position. You bring Beasley back, he's going to have a significantly reduced role, where he's not going to be able to just, I guess, do what he did last season. But at the same time, the promise of, or the theory of Duncan Robinson and Malik Beasley on the same roster, in the same unit off the bench, is just so awesome to me. I could not imagine opposing teams having to play against a team where Cade Cunningham is the point guard, and you have those two shooters. You have Asar, who's just a constant, a backdoor threat. I think it'll be really interesting to see what happens with Beasley. I think he's gonna go and sign a bigger contract elsewhere, and all power to him. I think that he deserves the ability to do that, and I do hope he gets paid. But over everything, I would prefer he signs that $7 million deal here, and then maybe we can work something out down the line again with him. But I'm first and foremost, and I guess just overall, just happy he's cleared, happy he can get back on the court. Obviously loves to play basketball, and I'm happy he can keep doing that for a living.
Yeah, assigning Beasley would essentially mean replacing Tim Hardaway Jr. with Duncan Robinson and using Karis LeVert to replace Dennis Schroeder. And I think we would all be happy with that type of an offseason. Real quick, I think we all kind of mentioned it, but going around the table here, let's see who here thinks Malik Beasley is going to return. I unfortunately have to think that he is going to go elsewhere. Valley, your thoughts?
I think I'd love it, but I think he will go elsewhere, and I respect it.
Connie?
Yeah. I mean, if it's double the money, you can't pass that up.
Sorry, I just quickly want to say, if he does come back, like let's get the statue going. Like the love this dude would have in the city to come back and represent this team for less money when he already took less money the year before to come to us to Detroit. Like that would just be incredible amounts of lifelong respect for me. But I just wanted to add.
Yeah.
For sure. And I believe on a live, he was asked, who are you going to sign with? And he said either the Pistons or there have been a few other teams that are interested. So he did say the Pistons by name, if that means anything. Gabe, does Malik Beasley return?
No, I don't think so.
Mike?
No, he's
No.
gone.
All right, we got a consensus no. So Malik Beasley, prove the Buff Sound podcast wrong, because I know you're listening.
Prove us, please.